welcome everybody to the Monsterpreneur podcast. I really feel like I done some shit out here, Pete, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, before we get into that shit though, man, hey, Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, man, if you fuck with the YouTube, man, Monster Pod Memphis, y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. We gonna skip past it. Now, the first few people that's been in here, I really been like, they my brothers. I can say they my brothers, y'all niggas has been like my brothers, but I'm gonna even move past that. Cause the person that we got in here today is somebody that is, the word pioneer don't even do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like the word pioneer don't even do it right. Originator is the word that I'm gonna use a lot in our conversation, bro. Because me and Chicken were talking about this the other day, about how we had y'all to look up to. Y'all had no one from here to look up to, because y'all were creating something that everybody else, y'all was trailblazing what everybody else would eventually follow. You know what I'm saying? But before we get super deep into it, man, the guy that's in here today, man, if you ain't seen him, you ain't heard, you ain't been to none of them Grizzly games, man, you know what I'm saying, and seen them folks turning the fuck up, you know what I'm saying, Big Memphis, you know what I'm saying, Go Grid, Mr. Whoop That Trick in the building, Al Kapone, Al Kapeezy, old motherfucking boy.
Oh boy, yeah. What's up with you, my guy?
What it do, man? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? Now we're gonna start here. Where you feeling at this point with all of this shit that's going on with Whoop That Trick, and then we'll kind of go back from there. Currently, what the fuck is going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Just the fact that, you know, shit, it's been still lasting and actually stronger than ever. You know what I'm saying? So,
how many years has it been?
Man,
since the film, since it caught into the
film. Okay, since the film. So the film, I think, dropped in 2005.
Yeah.
So shit, what's that?
17. Oh wait.
At this moment, 17 years.
17 years. Now
it's almost about to be 18 and least.
Yeah, but you saying 18, but before we blink 3 times, nigga, it'll be 20-year anniversary, because that's how time flies. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless,
Atlas started before then, but
yeah, I'm saying that's why I said from the movie.
Went from once it took to start growing legs.
Yeah, because see, what I want to do, and me, KP, been talking about this ever since I knew. Of course, I knew I was gonna ask you to come hop on this motherfucker. Was that I don't even, we say give people flowers, so I'm gonna give you flowers during this conversation. But I know we probably, like me, humble nigga, I'm not gonna brag on myself. I'm gonna let other people brag on me.
Yes, sir.
So that's what the fuck gonna happen in this conversation. Because I'm just letting you goddamn know. Just letting you know. There's a lot of things that people do not know about Al Kapone when it comes to your creativity and production.
Okay.
People don't know that you produce Whoop That Trick.
Okay.
They know the
No, you right too.
Well, we talked about this, you know what I'm saying? So we talked about this. A lot of people don't know. So, from that point, from why, we just said this, why is it that, like a producer like myself, we go out the way to make sure that people know that we produce these things? Why wasn't that like a strategy for you? Because I never knew that you made fucking beats. That's crazy.
And I started making beats, man. I started making beats in the late 80s when I got the first drum machine. It was a Elise's drum machine.
This was a DR5?
No, before DR5.
Okay.
Before DR5.
Yeah.
I had a DR5 later on, but this was like...
Real producers, y'all gonna know, you know what a DR5 is, but you gonna know all this equipment.
Dr. Rhythm.
Man, this is Dr. 5.
Dr. Rhythm 5.
Yeah. So, did you ever have the SP12?
No, I didn't have an SP12.
Yeah.
SMK always had the SP12 and the SP1200. I went from the DR5 to the God damn it, MPC. Yeah, MPC 2000 XL.
XL, don't play. You know what I'm saying? Don't play. So.
Well, I'm saying that to say real quick about the producing, like you just said.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been making beats since. You know what I'm saying? The late 80s with the Elise's drum machine. I got the strings and things on Union back then.
Yeah.
Still in high school.
Now I'm Inglewood Hall.
Yeah, I mean, no. Well, it was one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's when I first learned how to make beats and stuff like that. So, but fast forward to now.
Yeah.
You know, like you just said, a lot of people don't know that I actually made the beat to that trick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of your early stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of stuff. Get Crunk, Get Buck, which is on that. But even before then, I be feeling weird to say that. You see how I cut myself out right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, we're in a weird time now. I don't know what the hell you supposed to. I don't feel like hearing this crazy shit for all these folks, man. Talk about it. You shouldn't have said that, man. God damn, man. I'm just talking, man. That's the name. What's the name of the song that back then? Hell, that ain't what it is.
Beat that beach.
Hold on, now you went there, man. God damn, man. This man, oh shit.
Hey, look, I didn't say anything that Terrence Howard didn't say in the film.
He did say that.
He did say that. Beat that, whoop that beat. He said, "Stomp that hoe."
He sure
that nigga
did.
said, "Stomp that hoe."
He sure did, and I made a song called. Cause he said it in the movie. I was like, you know what? I want to be allowed to make a song like this. Now listen. I know words like bitch and hoe is. I know in earlier points and even now, but earlier times. I don't know. I'm talking about like.
I'm sure it was worse then.
It was directed toward women.
Mm-hmm.
I would say maybe. I don't know how far as my recollection.
Right.
It probably go past this, but at least by the 80s and the early 90s, that didn't just talk about women.
Right.
It was talking about dudes too. So
right.
anytime I wrote songs using that term like that, I'm talking about a guy.
Yeah.
Never talked about a woman.
I know that was us, period, because by the time
I ain't with it.
In 93, I'm 13, right? 93, 94, I'm 14 years old. And we grew up like, man, what up, a treat? Watch out, treat.
Yeah.
So it didn't apply to a woman.
Trick ass. No.
Yeah, it didn't apply to a woman at all.
At all.
So
I mean, the word trick don't anyway.
And it actually
that
don't.
Particular word, I'm talking about bitch and hoe.
And let's go
trick
to that. Let's go
don't
to that.
have nothing to do with no woman.
With the woman in the first place. That's what I'm saying. Let's go to that, because that was one of my points here. Is that when you look up whoop that trick, you'll see them trying to define it. And it says when the pimp get mad at the prostitute or something. Mm-hmm. That's the definition.
When the pimp get mad at the prostitute?
Bro, you can Google this shit, bro.
That's what they say trick mean?
No, because they're saying that it's a man beating a woman.
They saying that when you look it up?
Bro.
I believe you. I'm just saying.
Google this shit, bro. I'm telling you, I swear to God.
Oh my God. They just made up their own thing, man. It was never that.
This is why in my narration
crazy,
of the film, I'm saying you see New York Times and the other news places trying to give their silly definitions of what they perceive it to be. That's in my narration.
Wow.
And the reason I did that is because when you came to me and you said, yo, bro, some of these people having some bad shit to say, like I'm saying this right here, but trick never was the fucking woman.
Never.
The trick is the nigga that paid for the pussy. How the fuck is that the woman? You know what I'm saying? Like
the original definition.
The original definition.
Now it has evolved even from then, but the original definition, it was the guy. They called him the John. The trick. That's what he was. You know what I'm saying?
Now we still. I don't know about y'all and the rest of the world, but in Memphis, I still hear trick on a daily fucking basis.
Hey, it's you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
Okay, so by the time the 80s and the early 90s came, trick was like you just said, it's just talking bad to somebody. Oh, trick ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not that the guy was out here buying. You know what I'm saying?
It
prostitutes. That's what it was.
Yeah.
By the late. I know for sure by the late 80s, early 90s. Trick. It had nothing to do with no soliciting for sex. It was just a way to talk down bad and down on somebody. You know what I'm saying? A dude to be specific.
And see, even then,
Ebonics, though, that's what that was.
It's our
But okay, if that's the case, the word trick don't mean none of that. The word trick means musician.
Magic trick.
Magic trick,
yeah.
If we gonna go
speak
super
on
technical, why we ain't whooping the magic trick?
Yeah, for a little cutting move, I trick you out of
something. Trick or something, exactly.
You know,
like so they just picked what they wanted to spin. Hey, what they wanted, man? Hey.
Yeah, we good.
Y'all,
good. For our gravy, you good. You good. Get it, water. Yeah, down there. Yeah, cause see, look.
Hold on, I just want to say this, man. Y'all heard Drink Champs, man. And, they do a phenomenal job, man. I love how they kept the hip, you know what I'm saying, the OG hip hop scene, and you know what I'm saying. I just love the way they rock with the new generation and everything. But
yeah,
I'm just saying that to say we're drinking alkaline water.
And this is not no bullshit. We're smoking weed and drinking alkaline water. I'm smoking and drinking alkaline water. I'm gonna stick with my alkaline water.
So the herbs elevate your mind while the alkaline water cleanses out.
You know why I love Drink Champ so much? Because it really is what the fucking niggas do. Sit down, smoke, and if you OG nigga and you talking about the culture and moving it forward, you probably having those type of conversations.
I just sip that water like I just sip some.
You sip like some Hennessy, nigga. Yeah, you sip that whole
like water, good as
like
fuck,
some tequila, nigga.
Shout out to KP, man, with this good ass alkaline water, man.
And all this alkalinity.
He know how to test the goddamn pH balance and everything to make sure
Whole Foods, we on your ass, Whole Foods.
What you said?
We on your ass, Whole Foods. Hey, so check this out. Lyrical Drive-By.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my first introduction to Al Capone, of course, was this.
Man, what you gonna
this
do
wasn't
now?
the rap mind. This was not the beginning of your career by no means. This is a certain pinnacle of you hustling in the game, and then you got to this particular point.
Yeah.
What was the game like back when that shit was running? I've seen film. Jerry curled out. Man, niggas crunk as hell.
Hold on, man. Did you just...
Hold on. Tell me the right definition, my bad. It was a nouveau.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, a very wet nouveau.
No, but see, that's the thing. The nouveau was not wet. It just looked wet. The Jerry curl, you gonna have Jerry curl juice. You all know this.
Yeah.
But the nouveau curl.
The reason why everybody grandma had plastic on the couch.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we used to wear plastic. I mean, if I had the nouveau curl, I did have a Jerry curl. A S curl, to be exact, a Pro-Line curly kit. If we want to take it all the way back. All that, you hear me? Back then, you know what I'm saying? I graduated to the nouveau curl. So I know how I was with a curl.
Right, what?
Man, you didn't want to sit back on somebody's couch, boy. Or lay on no pillow. Oh, man, your pillow done, man.
It's over with. So you had to have a shower. You had to have a shower cap on
How many times you wash it? A grease spot, same spot.
Man, that's crazy.
You down there going saying, okay, this is spot, nigga. Because you know you still got it.
Right.
You were so fly at the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a style.
Thanks to Michael Jackson.
It was a style.
Thanks to Michael Jackson.
It ain't Lionel Richie and niggas like that.
Nah, Lionel Richie, we ain't do it.
Lionel had it.
He had it, but he had the Afro kind.
Now, Mike shit drip, though.
Mike
shit drip.
Mike, you know what I'm saying?
Mike shit was so drippy, his shit caught on fire when the spark hit that motherfucker.
Hell did. And that damn Pepsi commercial.
Man, shout out to Michael Jackson, man. Rest in peace to the legend.
Yes,
what was the music scene like that back then?
Okay, so you talking about the Lyrical Drive-By days. Man.
Because you turning up at this point. This is your turn up. This is the beginning of your turn up.
Yeah, that was the beginning, man. Right around that time, I think Gangsta Pat still was doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ball and G came before me, and I came after them.
Right.
So they were doing their thing.
Shout out to A-Ball MJG.
And there's a few other folks that doing some stuff at the time.
So it wasn't a bunch of niggas running around.
No, not at all.
This is a brand
new
thing.
Let me explain this too. Now, hip hop was around.
Pop your shit, dog. Pop your shit, nigga. Go ahead, I'm shut up.
Hip hop was around before the Memphis rap scene and sound developed. So, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, because y'all are influenced by shit that's going on the West Coast and the shit that's going on the East Coast.
It was most East Coast in the early days. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So, hip hop was in the city certain people that did hip hop in certain neighborhoods. It wasn't like now it's a bunch of folks in the neighborhood doing hip hop.
Right.
But back then, in one neighborhood, it might just literally be one or two people. Mm-hmm. Or just one.
Yeah.
And then that one person from that neighborhood find out about somebody in a whole nother neighborhood.
Right.
That's how spread out it was. And you know what I'm saying? It did make people in the community because it was just a few of us.
Yeah.
That was
okay,
like,
so in your
hip hop
in your neighborhood, general, who was that for you? The first set of niggas that you ran into.
We was the first set of niggas. There wasn't nobody before us. Be honest with you.
That's crazy.
I'm listening. I love it. I'm just you're absolutely right. I would 100% give props if it was somebody before us in the city.
I'm with it.
It was not. We were looking up to the guys on the East Coast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were looking at everybody that was doing it then.
Yeah.
Kind of, we were always fans of the East Coast hip hop before West Coast popped out.
Yeah.
And everybody that loved that scene, just loved hip hop in general,
right,
was infected to the point where we started gravitating and knowing, like when they had talent shows and stuff. That's really how it started. Right. When they had talent shows, you find out who else.
Up, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know he raps.
He rapping too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm from that era, and to me, my earliest recollection was your music. Now, everybody them
that's for me too.
Out there, but when I used to go to the club, now you remember?
Yeah.
And you heard that rat-a-tat-a-tat.
Yeah.
That was the first real Memphis crunk sound that I heard. Even though everybody want to take that crunk sound.
You know what? You got a point there. I hate to say that. Everybody made a good point. Now when you talking about what's considered crunk and the getting wild with it.
It was Al Kapeezy.
Folk were gangster walking.
Yeah.
But that extra.
That's why we were gangster walking though.
And actually putting it in the music.
That rat-a-tat-a-tat.
Bro, I never heard nothing else, bro. From the time I could hear this shit, all I heard, and I for sure, like, I got a white mom, bro. So it's rat-a-tat-a-tat-a, boom, that in itself. Yeah. That's my earliest memory of Memphis rap, of me tuning into it. To be like, damn, it's some niggas here doing it because I know Cube, Dre, and all this Snoop.
By that time, that's by the time we around the time
my out of town cousins put me
West
on y'all
Coast
niggas.
Was like, that was the shit at that point.
My out of town cousins put me on y'all niggas.
Yeah.
And give me some, and you know what I'm saying?
Where they from?
And dating my Chicago and Mississippi. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my cousins Chicago and Mississippi. We used to have family reunions. And niggas be like, hey, bro, this Kingpin, Skinny Pimp, and give me some. So. This song, I'm like, damn, the Dayton family. You know what I'm saying? Like, put a nigga on it. I was like, damn, wow. That's my first, but Rat-a-tat-a-boom is one of my earliest, earliest recollection.
Skinny Pimp was out there with y'all.
Nah, Skinny Pimp came after.
All of them came
like probably Skinny Pimp came maybe 2 years after.
Yeah.
2 years after.
Spanish Fly. Go spend the hottest shit, you know what I'm saying?
Spanish Fly, boy.
Spanish Fly was definitely, Spanish Fly was, actually he was the first, be honest with you. He was the Memphis rap scene.
Right. And he was playing.
Again, it was rappers and DJs all over the city. But the development of the specific scene and sound and the gangster walking, Spanish Fly
for sure. And so was he a producer? Was he a producer? So if you cut records like that, that's before the drum machines, you cutting beats, right?
Mixtapes and shit.
Yeah, you made the mix. I'm about to ask him that. Was he making his own beats?
No, I'm saying, do we consider him to be like the first producer? Like, because these drum machines just came into play, right? Yeah. So before then, all producers was cutting records.
Break beats and
was cutting records. Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, is he the
He probably is. that I'm aware of for again when it comes to the Memphis
if anybody else
rap sound,
done that too.
Right?
You rapped and did it. So you'd have been the first. Cause you made your own.
I was doing it. I forgot until I pulled up like old ass tape. Like I said, I had the Alicia drum machine.
Right.
I was making beats and rapping on them beats.
Yeah.
But of course they never came out. Cause
right.
I didn't even have no name then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had my rap name was MC Al.
Yeah.
I was Al Kapone. That's how, you know what I'm saying? It was just me.
What you was already doing.
You know what I'm saying? So when Spanish Fly was doing it,
I
actually was doing it right around the same time, but he just was popular. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to make.
Plus, that's all he did. You rap too, though. You
I rapped. Well, Flat rap.
Yeah, Flat. He fucked around.
He song. But this is the thing about this. You know what I'm saying? I always looked at Spanish Fly as a DJ first and a rapper second.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you know what I'm saying, I knew about him as a DJ, and then through that I was like, damn, he rapping on these motherfuckers too.
Right.
I think it came a little later, the rapping part.
So could it be what happened with you in your career, like how we was talking about earlier about people not knowing that you produced it? Like, you know, it's just the way it was. Like, you out there performing, so people caught eye of the performer.
Yes.
Never really asked who produced it.
And another thing, whenever I got into groups, it'll be like certain, like I said, Psycho was the producer when I got in the group of the Men of the Hour group.
Yeah, shout out.
Even
Psycho.
though I knew how to make beats before. Yeah. That's how I met him, because I had my own beats and songs, and he was doing his stuff. But when we got together, I was like, okay, I personally liked his beats better.
Right.
I thought I was good until I heard his shit. I was like, I ain't fucking with him. I just need to get on his shit. You know what I'm saying? It made me fall back on making beats. But now that I think about it, if I was even stayed on it then, I was not gonna do anything but get better.
Right.
But I fell back. So I guess that's why I kind of, and like you said, people gravitated to me from actual performance.
The performance.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause that's what everybody that I have conversations with the music and they familiar with you, they all say that you had that energy. That was the performance, your performance, like that energy based. It was crunk the whole time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so people give you that credit. You know what I'm saying? Another set of flowers. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
You know, after the lyrical drive-by, this sparks a thing where you kind of moving in the game a little bit. A lot of people, if you're from Memphis, I know this won't mean shit to people out of town, but things like UGTV and you know, you actually had that in your hands first.
UGTV. Larry Clark. Yeah, Larry Clark is the one that started UGTV.
Yeah, he passed
it to me.
Right.
And then I was able to run with it for a while.
And then
I think eventually he ended up giving his version to Mr. Lit. And I gave my version to Joe Gotti.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they ended up doing it.
Now, if you're from Memphis, you know what we talking about. UGTV, man. It's like that was our MTV. Yep. That's a real thing. I
still got a lot of that footage, man. You know what I'm saying? Interviewing with No Limit. Of course, a lot of the underground rappers and stuff.
Right.
A lot of stuff. Player Fly, Tommy Wright, 3-6. DJ Squeak and the Family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Skinny Pimp. Like, I got a lot of the rappers that people know, and some of the rappers that people probably don't know, but I still got them. But then it went beyond. I ended up getting folk from No Limit and
Cash Money. When they can bring their camera out, that's a different thing. You get to put that microphone up. Like I
still got the
took
footage though.
Yeah, that's you know.
With Lil Wayne, real Lil Wayne.
Yeah. It's crazy. So at this point, you get to moving around in the game, like I said, and then you end up getting. Gotta shout out Murder Dog Magazine too, because that's a part of your story. You was writing editorials and shit.
Black Dog Bone.
Yeah, for Murder Dog Magazine, and then that led to you getting a phone call, and it took you to the West Coast.
Yeah.
And a lot of people may, if they do, especially the Memphis fan base loves you because you're a Memphis artist, but there's a whole other fan base that love you because they met you in this era with Big E Fawlty.
More there, man.
And Sick With It, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to E40, man. Shout out to Sick With It Records.
What the fuck was that like? A Memphis nigga on the West Coast fucking with a nigga like Fawlty.
Well, first, like you said, man, it started with Murder Dog Magazine, and through Murder Dog Magazine, I started, and they based out of the Bay Area,
right,
Vallejo, California, to be specific.
Shout out Vallejo.
You know what I'm saying? So, I was through them. I started linking up with the underground artists in the Bay, some of the underground artists in the Bay Area,
right.
And this before I even knew 40. So I was already building relationships with Bay Area artists.
Hey, you know what? You were Vlad TV before Vlad TV.
God damn. For real?
Think about it, bro.
Because he went to New York was doing what
I'm just saying, though. Like, he can't know. He did what you were doing. what you saying right there. Like now in the modern era with YouTube.
So I like
Goddamn. Imagine what UGTV would have been, but keep going, man. Keep going. That's crazy, ain't it?
You sure ain't
That's
lying,
crazy.
man.
I say that all the time. Imagine we had YouTube and Instagram stories and live and shit back then, boy.
Yeah, real shit, man. Real shit. So
Memphis nigga in Cali, man.
Man, so again, so I started kind of.
Was the Cali good? Was the Cali good?
Excellent.
Top tier.
Excellent.
Top tier. Okay, yeah. Continue.
Yeah.
Just wanted to ask.
Excellent. Some of the best I had ever had at that point.
Man, shout out to Cali, man.
Real talk, man. Hey, man, my connection with Cali goes even farther back than that, but it was Southern Cal then.
Yeah.
Los Angeles and Bakersfield, California. Then when I was even younger, but I'm just saying it to say I always had some level of California roots, and I knew it was different than where being from Memphis.
Yeah.
But so the Bay Area, I'm meeting, what I'm saying, making my connection with a lot of the underground rappers and producers there. And at some point, E40 did hit me up to be on the Southwest Riders compilation.
Right.
Him and Be Legit. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out Be Legit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, you know what I'm saying? I got a chance to drop on the Southwest Riders compilation. And after that happened, I would start thinking, because I was doing distribution through Selecto here, so I was like, you know what? I need to make me I was like, hey, I got connection with folks in the Bay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I need to make me a little compilation too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Like let me use my connections and put something together too.
Right.
So I ended up making a compilation called Memphis to the Bombed Out Bay.
Right.
Where I had a lot of those underground artists that I had
Memphis
met.
to the Bombed Out Bay.
Yeah, artists I met before I
that,
even met 40.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We collaborated, and I had folks from Memphis.
Is that shit on the platforms and everything? Shit still up, moving?
It is.
Have you seen it?
It
Just
is.
A random question.
It is. It's definitely on, of course, YouTube.
It's on out there somewhere, man. Hey, man, we might be playing some of this shit up under the bottom of this, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm saying that to say, I got on Southwest Riders, which was E4 and the Be Legit compilation.
Right.
And after that, I was like, shit, I'm finna make me one. I'm gonna call mine Memphis to the Bombed Out Bay, and you know what I'm saying? I got connection with them too. So, you know what I'm saying? Once I did that, I ended up going to California.
Right.
I had already did the song with on Southwest Riders, right?
Yeah. Now you
but
out
I made
there.
my own Memphis to the Bombed Out Bay, and I went to California. I actually went stay with my cousin in Sacramento at the time.
All right, shout out Sac
Lunatic, what's up, man? Terry, what's up with you? So I ended up going out there on a Greyhound.
Yeah.
With the posters and everything, you know what I'm saying? I had like a little Foot Locker.
I know all about that Greyhound.
I had the posters, I had the, you know what I'm saying, all my promotional product. Cause I was going by record stores and shit while I was out there too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Why you could do? Young niggas don't know nothing. With one sheets, young niggas don't know.
So they'll know how to order them just. You know, I go in there, go to them stores. I'm literally at California record stores. Going to them.
The business.
Yeah, man, this is the one sheet. I give them a promo copy, man, and check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, it's Memphis to the Bombed Out Bay. As you can see, I got Barry. You know what I'm saying? They were buying them too.
Right.
So, I ended up running to E40 while I was out there promoting Memphis to the Bombed Out Bay.
Right.
At a picnic, man, and man, shit. After that, that's when he, you know what I'm saying? He really said he gonna get me to come by the studio. And when I went by the studio, we ended up coming up with a jam. Well, he came over the jam. He just came out of nowhere and said, "You want to drop a verse?" He said, "You got a verse for that?"
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I got a verse.
Fuck you mean? Give me a pen and paper. I mean, you ain't said nothing on a word.
On that ass, I got one in 5 minutes. Fuck you
talking
about? You ain't gonna call me out. You ain't gonna call me out.
When that motherfucker dropped, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, shit, he was like, "Man, I'm gonna hit you up."
Yeah.
And he ended up hitting me up, and then we ended up working something out. Like, it was some months later, but once he hit me up,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's how I ended up linking up with 40 Watt.
Yeah.
Me and Water still got number love to this day.
Yeah. Have you heard Mount Westmore yet?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what you think?
Yes, sir. Oh, I fuck with it heavy. Come on.
We was watching.
I've been looking at some of their interviews and stuff. It be so much game and
I watch them all. Yeah, I watch them all. That's so much love, bro. Like to see the OGs get that love. once again, that's the reason why nigga be making sure nigga gotta show love, cause you know, especially in the city where we
Let me say that E40 reached out to me because Mount Westmore had a concert in Nashville.
Right.
At the Bridge, was it Bridge?
That's what it was.
Bridgestone Theater? Not theater, but arena.
Arena, yeah.
He had reached out to me and told me to come out there to it.
Yeah.
So I got to see him rock, you know what I'm saying? Man, it was a beautiful thing, man.
Man, that's just like, it's just so dope. When I see them niggas up there like that, I'm just like, it's like, wow. It's like when a nigga saw LeBron with Dwayne Wade and Bosh and them. You like, man, that ain't even fair, man. All four of them niggas on there bumping like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out, bro. Now, we got up to the point where we were talking about where niggas don't know that you
produce,
make tracks as well as rap. You know,
not on all of them, but
not on all of them, but you make beats. You fluent in this shit. You know what you
I can do it.
You know your way around a motherfucking NPC.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And Ableton Live 9.
Man, listen, man. Hey, whatever works. It's funny. I can work all that shit, whether it's an MP
I was against
or
that shit at
FL.
first.
I hated Fruity Loops, bro. Like
I
I talk bad about every
like
nigga
touching the pan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until I started fucking with it, I was like, you know what?
I can do the
This shit
same
ain't
shit.
bad.
Yeah, I
This
can do the
shit
same.
ain't
I can do
bad.
the same.
I started liking this shit.
Right. But yeah, like I was saying, I was just like a lot of people know the story of Hustle and Flow, and
Excuse me.
yeah,
Time out.
yeah.
Al is one of the most humble guys you ever want to meet. I'm telling you, this guy, he will not talk about the good things that he done. Now y'all started this segment out talking about producers and producing.
Yeah.
We didn't specify that it was platinum producer.
But I'm just saying we ain't got there yet.
Tell me in his own words, how did it feel getting a platinum plaque with E40 to go down that road as a producer?
Yeah, because that's definitely right here on the notes. We was gonna slide into that, but I mean we right there at it. How, you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't niggas know?
He humble though. He don't want.
Why don't niggas know that you got more than one platinum plaque and you got gold records?
More than one. Look at me, humble as a motherfucker.
Why don't you? Because niggas, you don't sit the phone up like this with money and do no shit like this. You don't drip no bunch of chains and shit. But I'm saying though,
I just want to hear from how he felt about it. You know what I'm saying? He don't talk about it because he's a humble guy, mother. But I know when you first got that call, a picture of that plaque.
Come on, man. You already know, man. Come on, man.
How many goddamn backflips did you cut?
So what?
How many backflips did you cut? Shit. How many motherfucking times did your feet leave the goddamn ground?
Hey, man. It was like, hell yeah, man. I'm finna get one on John, you hear me? Yeah. They were like, damn, I'm finna get know what I'm saying, a platinum and know what I'm saying, and another gold. They're like, ooh, wee. So, you know what I'm saying? I was excited knowing they was coming. Mm-hmm. But boy, when them motherfuckers came, I couldn't wait to rip them all out the box.
But goddamn,
like Christmas,
where the fuck is the Instagram post?
Pioneer to that platinum.
Where? Go ahead. How you got to grab that with your phone?
Yeah,
go ahead, grab them over. Where's the Instagram post?
Nah, you right though.
Where the goddamn Instagram post? Where's the Instagram post, bruh?
He humble, man.
Listen, he's supposed to set the shirt on top of the plaque, man, on top of this and on top of that, with a pistol and a motherfucking water bunny. Nigga, he supposed to be turned up, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Listen, not being silly and shit. But I'm saying though.
That's just one of them, though.
The crazy part is I understand. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy part. The crazy part is I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like it's difficult to move around sometimes, and when those things is like people treat you a certain kind of way, which some of it you welcome, some of it you don't. If you a humble nigga as yourself, but we gotta get a fucking Instagram picture, something. Matter of fact, while we're here, you know we got footage of it, right? Of them joints.
I already took some pictures of it, man. Like they were my flags.
I told him listen, them over here. But let's go to this because that one of those particular songs is something that I'm telling you, with everything about Memphis, hip hop, when they talk about Atlanta and everything in its movement, right? They go to that Little John movement. And they go to that snap era. You know what I'm saying? You were an intricate part to that actual fucking song. Snap your fingers.
Ah, damn.
Do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Cool. Let me see you do it. I'm saying cool though, man. That is their whole. That's Atlanta. That song says Atlanta.
100%. That's why I can say, as a Memphis guy, you know what I'm saying. I got a chance to ride the Atlanta wave for a minute. The same way I feel like some Atlanta rode Memphis wave. You hear me?
It's definitely sister cities, brother. So, those cities are synonymous. They
all love too, you hear me?
Yeah. So, and then you go forward past that. Let's take it back to back to the hustle and flow situation, but specifically John Singleton. Now, I told this story once before somewhere, but I was working on a documentary and I had called Al because I said, damn, I want to put Whoop That Trick on the Memphis part of this documentary, right? And I called this nigga, and this nigga said, yeah, give me a few minutes, let me call John, I'll hit you right back. I said, all right, bet. Hung the phone up. I'm probably smoking. I was smoking then like I'm smoking right now. And this nigga called me back like for real in like 5 minutes. And the nigga said, yeah, man, I just got off the phone with John Singleton. He said, it's cool, man. Just make sure you put the credits out. Hold on. He said, what? I said, hold on. So you just called John Singleton in 5 minutes? Man, bro, I want to know that relationship because everybody knows who John Singleton is. We don't have to go through it, but you had a unique scenario and situation and interaction with this dude. So,
man, listen, man, the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that he, way after the movie, during the movie, when it was being made, and years after the movie had been made, on up to his death, to be honest with you, John treated me the same way Craig treated me. Like, if I call or text, they respond.
Yeah.
And I actually knew Craig at some point, way before I knew John. And John still was, you know what I'm saying, real like that, man. He, you know what I'm saying, he still, so it would be a time like, I know he don't got to respond, you know what I'm saying? He could easily be like, man, I got things going on. There's a million people hitting me up. I got the biggest of the big hitting me up too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could easily not respond to a call or
so
text.
It's easy to say he's a humble guy like yourself.
I guess so, because he used to, you know what I'm saying, he definitely hit me back. We talk about, I remember when he was first working on Snowfall.
Yeah.
Man, not that I was calling him about it. We would talk. I called him about just hollering about something.
Yeah.
And he was just so happy to tell me, I'm gonna be working on this thing called Snowfall.
By the way, I'm doing this thing called Snowfall.
Yeah, of course, I'm like, shit, I need to get in on that, but it was set in the in LA in the early 80s, you know what I'm saying? The mid 80s, somewhere up there.
Yeah.
So they had their own sound.
They could have threw a Nouveau on you, let you go for it.
But they had their own sound, though. I was trying to get music.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying, they had their own sound that, that was completely different from what my sound was.
That's something that everybody say about you, too, bro, about how you just, it's like, exactly that same exact way how you describing him.
Yeah.
Like you never was fucked up about passing information on to a nigga.
Yeah.
Giving a nigga some game. You know what I'm saying? Definitely always showing a nigga some love.
Yeah.
You know, where you get that from?
Man, I think it kind of come from I would say it's in me in general.
Yeah.
But especially when it comes to it's just me doing what I would want somebody to do for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm in that situation, I want somebody to give me some real game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't in that. If I was in that situation, that's what I want. Since I got that to offer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like that's what they need.
Right.
And I'm finna give you what you need.
Yeah.
You know
you got that from a
because that's what I would want somebody to do to me.
Did that come from a strong family mom relationship thing?
Probably my mom, you know what I'm saying? It was me, my mom, and my brother. So
yeah. That humility was in you from those points.
Yeah, I think it was like I said, I think it was in me. I think it was a level of that stuff born in me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like just I can't even explain it, man. It's natural.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To want to
show
love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just natural.
Yeah.
And, at the same time, like I said, it's like that's what if somebody was on the other end, I would want them to do the same for me.
That's a dope point. Being the natural thing is to show love. Yeah. So when niggas, exert anything else, it's like you actually have to put some extra blocks on their side to be mad about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So much more easy to just give motherfucking love.
Yeah.
And giving love is something that we had this conversation about wanting to kill the narrative that Memphis OGs never fuck with the younger artists.
I don't even know well, I can't relate to where that came from.
I have no idea where it came from. I heard a lot of them in their raps. I heard a lot of them saying it, and I was like, where does that come from?
Now that you say that, I have heard that in a few songs.
Yeah, and then listen.
Not everybody, but there's been a few of them like,
in interviews too, in certain little things, in situations where it shouldn't even be like, y'all, you shouldn't have said that about the shit.
Yeah.
That's when they say it. Like, man, y'all the OGs, man, was on some other shit, man. They weren't fucking with a nigga. I was like, yo, like really? And I've heard this so many times. Yeah. But it leads me to my point, because back to what I just said about you showing love to the artists and all of the people that are involved, from promoters, DJs, producers, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to the point of Glorilla and that video clip of her and Gloss getting crunk as hell on that table.
Yeah.
That it shows directly that even in that one clip that narrative is not correct.
Yeah.
And then there's other footage where you called her and called him out to bump whoop that trick with you and shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, so many other ones.
So many other ones,
yeah,
man.
Myself as well. Nigga let me rock on Memphis and May. That shit was crazy. Yeah. I was like, what?
So many others, man. I guess, like, again, I don't mind showing love. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody that just, you know what I'm saying, need a certain piece of knowledge at that moment.
Right.
Or if they ask me something, I don't mind answering the question, and try to leave them with some jewels, you know. So I don't mind. I think, because like it goes back, I'm going to say it again. I would want somebody to do it to me.
Do it for me,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's exactly how I am. And then that takes me to this next topic.
I ain't gotta wait on somebody to do it for me to do it.
Right. I'm doing it anyway. Do it anyway.
But some folks like that. They like, man, I ain't showing love unless motherfucker show love.
Now
motherfucker with the shit, I not showing love. I ain't fucking with them motherfuckers. I ain't no green ass.
What's your sign?
Scorpio.
I knew it.
I ain't green ass.
You ain't a green ass.
I do show love, and I love showing love.
But I hate a green ass nigga.
Man, once I find out, you on that, okay. Okay.
I hate a green ass nigga.
I just know what I'm saying. We ain't gotta fuck with each other. Simple as that.
Right.
Simple as that.
Right, cut it straight down the pipe.
Ain't no more showing love out there.
Right.
You do.
Especially when
I showed it.
Especially when I showed it up front. It's like I put a deposit down on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I put a deposit down, nigga. I'm making monthly payments, nigga, and I've known you for 10 years. So think about that.
I let you know off top. I ain't even on it. You know what I'm saying?
How did fatherhood change your career?
Man, that's a great question. I would say it 100% made me know I'm doing this. At first, I was doing it because I just loved it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But once I was in the business, I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I got to, you know what I'm saying, do this for my kids.
Right.
That's basically all it boiled down to. For us, being able to have money to take care of them and whatever the case may be, and do for them, and even though I still had love, but it add a little extra layer of deepness to it.
Right.
So I say fatherhood definitely did that. You know what I'm saying? The fatherhood in general.
Yeah.
It's just it goes back to what we just talked about, man. It's now you wanna just be a part of their life as much as you can to try to offer your guidance in the most positive way you can and as best you can, whatever based on whatever situation you in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I say that to say, you know, some parents may not be able to be around as much, but they in their kids' life, but they
right.
For work and stuff like that, might take them, you know,
take
they
them
not
away from
around
home a
as
little
much
bit.
as they.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, parents like that, they still do everything they can in their power to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As much as they can to be present.
A kid knows.
Yeah.
A kid knows how much energy is put into their the relationship between you and a parent. A kid knows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's really important, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I was gonna get to, like, with all of the just the
Not saying I keep jumping in on you.
Go ahead. Now go ahead.
I had to interject. I was young, so I can say that being now that I'm older and wiser, there's some things that I would have done even better.
We all got those. What I would have done differently.
Things I would have done even better, but you know, being young, being a young father, a young parent.
So how old were you when you had your first child?
20, I know 19 going on 20.
Okay. I hit mine at first one at 22, so I was right there with you. Yeah, that is a thing. I heard, I think on Joe Budden them podcast, they were talking about what would you prefer to have your first set of kids 35-ish on, or have them at 20 something and get the shit out the way.
You know what? After being in that percentage of the early 20 percentage, actually having them early and they end up getting out on their own by the time they get grown, you actually kind of fairly still, you know what I'm saying? You still got some youthful life in you. You hear me?
I completely agree with you.
You got some youthful life in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You 9 times out of 10, you in your early 40s.
Yeah,
early 40s.
That's what I was saying. That was like the kid that
40s.
grows up with a father that's 40 something years old. As he's growing with him, is a way more mature person that can handle fatherhood a little different, or go ahead and get that grit out the way. And then by the time a nigga 40 something, nigga like, I'm out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think I like how I did it too.
I'm about to say I wouldn't have known that then, but I do see the benefits. You know, once they get out on their own, you like I said, you still have a level of youthfulness. Yeah. But at the same time, you know, having them that young, you learning as you go.
Man, that's for sure.
You really learning.
There is no manual. Everybody says that shit for sure. There ain't no manual for being a parent.
Yeah, you're gonna miss some things. Yeah. That you'll think about later. Like, man, I could have did this better, did that better. But hey, you know what I'm saying? And being in their life at the end of the day is just as more important than knowing everything.
Right. I like that. I brought up kids for this fact because we know Al loves the kids. What is it like when you're out there in front of those kids at them schools and shit?
Man, I love it, man. It's the funny part. It all comes back to the same thing, man. It's giving them something, man. You know what I'm saying? Connecting with them in a way to, at the end of the day, inspire them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To give them some things to think about. And make real decisions. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know pie in the sky, real decisions. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, inspire them. And then you got to talk to the different kids on the level that they on. Yeah. Like, I done talked to kids that's preschool. Right. Ain't even in the kindergarten yet.
Right.
You got to talk to them in a totally different language. But, you know.
Yeah, you do.
But once you figure out how to do that, the goal is to keep them, leave them where they inspired. They walk away inspired and kind of, but all of them, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, the same thing. But you just got to know how to navigate on all levels, from preschool, kindergarten to elementary, middle school, high school, college. Yeah. Them like I said 3. I said that wrong there. What, 5 different stages?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what life the fuck is. It's constant. By the time you get, okay, then, you come to stretch. You got to do it again. Mm-hmm. It's another level. Mm-hmm. And, things change as you move up, because then you're shedding people. You lose people naturally, or having to cut niggas
people
off.
People go in and out your life because, wherever you are, everybody.
Every time you level up,
you
gotta level up.
Go there with you.
Right.
And sometimes you meet a whole another set of people that's
yeah.
where you are at that moment. You know what I'm saying?
So this takes me to my next question, bruh. When the Steph Curry nigga had said that shit on the little jump, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
Hey, I done said this in a few interviews. I had two thoughts.
Steph Curry.
I had two thoughts when I heard him say when he said they're gonna come here and then whoop that trick. That's the game plan. I had two thoughts. Simple. Damn, Steph Curry said whoop that trick.
Right.
That's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That was the first thought. Like, damn, because Steph Curry is the man.
The man, like
been the man a long time. So.
You
know what I'm saying? It was like, damn, man, it actually came out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Then like, right after, the thought right after this is, hell no, but you can't say that against us.
Right, you can't say that shit.
And, man, you said that talk about what you finna come do to us. Oh, hell no, man, that ain't what it does.
Quick jump question.
Ride with that right there.
Did I make you proud with how we did the new Whoop That Tree video?
Man, come on, man.
Just wanted to add.
Salute to the man. That video is epic.
That joint is so hard, bro.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's energy. It's cinematic. I'm talking about it hits on so many different cylinders.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You did that, man. I wanted. I got it.
That was. I told you this on the phone, bro. That was
man.
pressure because you had never. There wasn't one, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Never,
so when you said that, and I thought
it was.
I forgot.
I take that back, man. I want to say
yeah,
that.
go ahead.
It was when I first did the original remix.
Right.
I did one way back then.
Yeah. Which I saw the video clip, but I saw.
You saw a little bit of it. Most people didn't see it.
didn't see it.
There's some folks saw it, but a lot of folks didn't see it.
Yeah.
And so much time passed. I didn't want to come back pushing that. So I like, man, I gotta I need to refresh in this joint. You hear me?
I love the new.
Big
remix.
shout out to T. Was like, man, you need to do a whoop that. No, bring that whoop that trick back. So he inspired me. A young cat, man, he inspired me, man. He like, man, you need to do it. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm you know what I'm saying?
And shout out to DJ Squeaky.
And then I was like, man, because he was like, man, you just need the beat to be up to date. Woo.
Well, shout out DJ Squeaky.
I was like, man, sure, I know exactly who to do that.
Yeah.
Who can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hit DJ Squeak up. Squeaky lace the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my shit. I love that sound
DJ
effect.
Squeaky.
Yeah, shout out to man, the big legend, Big Memphis. Yeah, because
anytime you hear me say something like these, I'm channeling DJ Squeaky because that's where I got it from.
Right. That's crazy.
I don't know where everybody else got it from. I would say they got it from Squeaky.
Right. So there's this video out that I saw because we were chopping it up for some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's you at some award show. They call your name up there with Terrence Howard, right?
Yeah.
And you got the full-blown the Memphis Starter Kids.
Man, what you said?
My nigga head on. The do-rag.
And the Critics' Choice.
White, icy white with two.
But, hey.
Hustle
what the fuck was going on?
Man, listen, man.
I'm going to show a clip of that shit down there so y'all can see.
That particular award show, I
Real
did
Memphis
not.
nigga.
The little engine that could is doing some really good stuff today. I love that.
The magnitude
This is
of the
Al
award show
Capone.
was going
I gotta
on.
say something because you did it.
I would have.
Thank you,
got clean.
the whole Memphis music
I
scene.
would have got my pivot on top. You know what I'm saying? On point. Because you can still step up there and be Memphis, but be on, you know what I'm saying? Your pivot be on point.
Yeah, that's what I said. I always been that shit. I was like,
I just didn't know the
couldn't have
magnitude
known. Right.
of that. And that's how I, I just like, man,
I was always like, they had to tell
this
this nigga, that, hey, you got to come to a photo shoot or something. And all right, see you there at 6. And that's how you pulled up, and they completely fooled you because you pull up this red carpet.
Real. It's the real stars and producers are there, like major stars and producers.
Other than the supernatural niggas that gave y'all the award, that presented y'all the award, right? Who was like some of the other, like, oh my God?
Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg.
Wow. I'm fucked off right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'd have to.
Man, I was right next to Steven Spielberg.
I'd have to handcuff that nigga and kidnap him. Man, bring the car around. We finna kidnap Steven Spielberg, nigga. We got some ideas to talk over.
Yeah, man.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's so crazy,
and
man.
Several more, man. I can't. It was so many. You know what I'm saying? So. Reese Witherspoon and George Clooney was there.
Okay.
They got awards that same night.
Yeah. Didn't you say somebody said
Reese Witherspoon repeated what I said when we won our award. Reese Witherspoon won her award like about 30 minutes later.
Right.
And she said, I want to echo what Al Capone said. They got some good barbecue in Memphis and you should get you some. I was like,
okay, so you got that
Reese
right.
Witherspoon just say my name and just repeated what I just said.
You got that though, right? Ain't that on the video clip or something?
Sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah. You gotta send me that little piece of clip. If I don't already got it, you know what I'm saying?
You probably got it.
If I don't already got it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that
tripped me out, man. I'm already blown away. We just won the award. And so we sitting at the table of the cast of War of the Worlds. Tom Cruise was the only person that wasn't there. We sitting at the same big ass circle table.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy, man. I was like, damn, hold on, I'm still blown away. Like, we just won a damn award in front of all these folks. And then she go up there and say that. Like, damn, she just said about that. Damn, that's Reese Witherspoon. That shit was crazy to me. I was like, this shit is crazy.
They never will. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go to that. Like, now you got this big brand, this Whoop That Trick. You know, if you see the hoodies and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
WhoopThatTrick.com. Y'all got to go get that. You know,
Oh, boy.
Yeah, go Grizz, man, you know, so support that most definitely. You know, we're going to definitely throw links all through there.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
That's gorgeous to see Memphis going in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the team. Our team is looking real good and everything. And then we got stuff, or we got like this one thing that's like, when I look at the city, it stops it from being beautiful, and there's the violence, the gun violence.
Yeah.
What else? Because a lot of us are doing shit out here, right? What else we need to do, in your opinion, to combat that? There's no other way to ask it. Like, how, you know, or what do you think?
The answer used to be easy.
You mentioned earlier talking in their language. Is that a key to be able to tap in? Like, is it because we just don't know that fucking language? We can't.
Well, again, it used to be an easier question because it was a lot of crime and stuff was linked to poverty. Not saying it ain't still linked to poverty, but a lot of crime, you know what I'm saying, I was always linked to poverty. So the answer used to always be, you know what I'm saying, make sure people got jobs, putting jobs in the community, you know what I'm saying, that'll cut down on the crime that it was all based on. But now it ain't based just on that. It's based on, it's based on a lot of ego. Honestly, I feel like social media has made it to a point where it's, first, everybody want to talk rap super rah-rah on every song.
Right.
And
super rah-rah.
Yeah, super, man, on every song. And they look at it like, you know what I'm saying, we gotta bag it up. So I think, I don't know, man, it's hard to link what it all is.
Yeah.
But it's deeper than just poverty now.
Yeah.
It ain't just cause folks getting money.
I think it's bigger. It's bigger than gang violence too.
Yeah,
it's gotten way bigger than gang violence.
It's something else that
some
make
other
it
kind
cool
of frequency
for some reason, and with some folks. So, and it's happening in more numbers. I guess you could say it's happening. It ain't never happened. You know what I'm saying? Violence in the hood had been happening before when they were stabbing each other. There weren't even guns involved. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. It's just amplified now.
But I'm gonna say, like, you back in the day though, when you look at the course of your career, you never really made that type of music.
I did.
No, you portrayed things. You know what I'm saying? Like portrayed characters and
True that.
You get what I'm saying?
I ain't do Lock 'em in the Trunk.
I'm saying like I call it Lock 'em in the Trunk music.
Zerk them did Lock 'em in the Trunk.
That's what I'm saying. Like you did a whole other thing.
They had some real stories. He'll tell you better than me. I ain't gonna get into their story.
Yeah. So is it time to change the frequency?
Well, okay. Like a lot of my stuff, I think. I even though I probably rapped up on a lot of songs, especially in the past, that probably come off violent. It was a meaning, it was a story behind it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a deeper meaning to what that song was about.
Right.
Or it was an obvious meaning. It was a story that's saying, hey, this is what this is gonna lead to.
Right.
So, but it wasn't just almost. It wasn't just like off the bat. I'm finna blow your ass off. Woo, woo, woo.
Right.
You know
On every song.
You know what I'm saying? Throughout the song. You know, it wasn't like that. You know what? I'm trying to think of who. It probably some more folks that did it, but I'm out of credit 360 man.
They got it.
Because when they started making theirs, they, you know what I'm saying? I think
They
a lot of
making
early,
mosh fight.
I think a lot of those earlier rappers told more stories,
right,
and reasoning behind what caused it. I think they would probably like.
Yeah, I don't think Paul and them would turn down the credit.
Oh yeah, I think what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think they were the first on some man shit. We come to beat your ass and blow your ass off, and you know
so there was
whatever the case may be.
There was a crunk because you niggas invented the crunk.
Yeah.
What is them? What is 3-6? Because that was a bounce off of the generation before.
I would say they definitely they did a great job with the sound of the crunk that was already the Memphis sounding crunk that was already there.
Yeah.
With a lot of us earlier rappers, I think they enhanced it in some ways. They brought a different quality,
for sure,
sound wise with it, and I think that they stuck to the spooky.
They call it horrorcore.
The horrorcore.
Yeah.
They went. Of course, they are based on their name. You know. What I'm saying?
Was that always like the thing?
What?
Like the horrorcore?
That was always there. Horrorcore. It was there for it. Psycho was making horrorcore beats.
That's what I'm saying. Like the dark vibe of the Memphis underground sound. That's you know what I'm saying. That's still current and modern and used today in music.
Yeah. That's it. Them dark synth sounds and
shit
stuff
sound like
that.
It belongs on Chucky movies.
Yeah. That producers like Psycho were doing that. Man.
Big dark chords.
Yeah, about like in the late 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Late 80s. Definitely late 80s.
Yeah.
He was already doing them beats and stuff with those kind of sounds. So, him and a couple other folks, Gangsta Pat was doing it.
Yeah.
So I think it was just something about those sounds and everything that I don't know that attracted us. I don't know if because because I am a Scorpio. I love those dark ass sounds.
Right.
Of course, I like all music. Be honest
right.
But them dark synth sounds.
Yeah, because I mean, you know,
I'm like,
when we watch all the documentaries of how they describe us, they describe us with that horrorcore sound. Yeah. They just apply it to Memphis artists.
Yeah. And I did a lot of hardcore songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a whole album called The Resurrection, was basically based around the horrorcore sound.
Yeah.
But I always had horrorcore songs on each album from the beginning.
Right. I think horrorcore is kind of like the evolution of the darker side of blues. It's like
That's a great comparison.
Because it comes. I mean, of course, the blues is us, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
The next generation is y'all hip hop niggas. Mm-hmm. Y'all playing with drum machines.
Mm-hmm.
And coming off the full live band thing to having synths and drum machines.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all are still painting a picture of what the vibe of this place is that we, you know, that's not an accident. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
So that's not an accident, but it's where it used to be they made fun of it. Now you can't even hear rap music in hip hop in 2022 without it.
They used to talk down on it. I remember, man. They used to talk down on the early Memphis hip hop because it wasn't the popular thing.
It wasn't
even though
polished either. It was
not
so
polished.
raw.
It wasn't polished, and it wasn't popular for us nationwide popular. It was
like that down here. Like we'll plug in, we'll wire two things together and hook a electric conductor to it. Now we got a microphone. As long as that shit is working for me to get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? There's a real rawness.
Exactly. And I got something to say now. You know what I'm saying? I need to get it out.
Yeah.
And if this is the best way we're gonna get it, we finna capture it.
Yeah. It's just I'm proud to be a student and a still living participant in pushing Memphis culture, because before us was y'all, before y'all was motherfucking Al Greens and Isaac Hayes and
That's
shit.
real shit. That is the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
There was a whole soul and other genres that was dominating out of Memphis.
And they were created. Like Gumbo Pots was created here. You know what I'm saying? So like, what would the Al of today tell a nigga in 91? Let's tell Al. What would today's Al tell that Al?
I think somebody recently asked me that question, man. I would say, I'm gonna see if I got a different answer, because there was a few things I probably would tell the young.
You probably could talk about it 50 million different ways.
Yeah. I'm thinking 91. What was going on in 91? I would say, I would tell the younger Al then that you so ahead of being a total independent artist. You just need to find out a little bit more on how you can stay independent at that time, because I ended up signing a deal. And when I look back on it, I should have just stayed independent.
Yeah.
There was benefits to the deal, but then there was definitely, cons to the deal as well. And if I could tell myself in 91, I said, man, I would say stay independent.
Don't sign that deal.
Stay independent.
A person that's worked with all kind of people.
I ended up becoming independent after that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, once I got out the deal, I was like, I'm going independent, I'm staying independent.
Right. So you loved it. You've been that way the whole time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You got more control of your destiny. And,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to depend on if they excited about what you're trying to do. Because if they ain't excited about what you're trying to do, they don't want to get behind it right. You know what I'm saying? Or get behind it at all. Yeah. And unless, they interject the direction they think you should go with what you're trying to do. Yeah. But when you're independent, you believe yourself off the top. Yeah. So you're gonna do what you feel, and and there's other aspects to it too. Just yeah. But shit, we talking about so early in the game. Yeah. Second guessing the fact like I'm too young to even know how to be independent, but it was real simple. Yeah. It actually was real simple, but when you that early,
it just seems like so much shit for one person to do.
Because you got to think about it. Like when we first was popping off, Spanish Fly was the only person that was. Spanish Fly and Sonny D, they were the only people that were selling mixtapes. Right. It wasn't a thing for the rappers to make mixtapes. It was a DJ thing. Right. So we came out during that time. So rappers that came out, they came out with like real album covers, and your tape had the words typed on them, and you know what I'm saying? It was packaged.
Really packaged up. Yeah. I remember
so
that
that's
era.
how we. So I'm thinking, how I'm gonna do all that? So I'm thinking I need to sign a deal with somebody so I can be able to get this.
Yeah, because I can't do all of this on my own.
I can't do all of that on my own.
Well, that's what you thought then. That's what you thought.
But what happened was, after some of those early guys, Gangsta Pat, me, Radical T, several others, SMK, after we came out with real product, the DJs became like DJ Squeaky and Paul and Juicy and you know what I'm saying, DJ Sound and BK. Those became the DJs and they started putting rappers on songs on their mixtape.
Right.
Actually, Lyrical Drive-By was the first rapper song that was on DJ Squeaky Volume 1.
Yeah.
So anyway, they started doing more rappers on mixtapes.
Yeah.
And then DJ Squeaky. So they started, at some point, I guess it started translating to where the DJs started putting down that nothing but Memphis rappers. It went from like real mixes.
Right.
And you mix in one of the Memphis songs.
Yeah.
Then you go back to mixing like
regular
Rodno and Joe Cooley and,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, certain songs.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Memphis rappers on the mixtape.
Right.
Then it went from that, it started moving from that to they only had Memphis rappers songs on the whole mixtape, and the word mixtape never changed. And then at some point, the rappers started realizing you could do mixtapes too, and the mixtape wasn't nothing but a blank cassette tape with a white label with what the name of the damn DJ Squeaky Volume 1. Goddamn it, slap that motherfucker on one side and put them in a little plastic case and distribute them to the car stereo spots.
Them niggas was geniuses, weren't they?
You know, but Spanish Fly was doing it first.
I'm saying them niggas was geniuses, right?
But that's how, exactly. But that's how mixtapes started coming about, where rappers were putting their whole album on mixtapes, or DJs were putting up Memphis rappers on mixtapes, and that. So I'm saying that to say that era came after us. If I would have saw that era, I would have known, which I did once I did see it, because I ended up doing, and I was on a lot of those mixtapes from the popular DJs at the time too. A lot of squeaky shit. You know what I'm saying? I was on Juicy and Paul shit too, and you know what I'm saying? Just a lot
Scarface, fuck you talking about.
Yeah, a lot. But that was after they had really, you know what I'm saying, developed that mixtape scene.
That whole circuit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it became a real thing, where it wasn't about having real album covers and getting in real record stores.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that to say, now
I'm looking at my,
there was a long ass explanation to get right back. I did answer it already, but it comes right back to the Al Capone now, speaking to the 91 Al Capone. It'd be like, stay independent.
And I can
you
explain
can't
it
do
to
it
you.
right now.
And I can explain it to you.
That point.
I can explain it to you. Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah, listen.
Come to that point.
You see me, nigga, I look just like you.
Yeah.
So you know this is crazy. I'm from your future.
Yeah.
Listen, do this right here, my nigga, and we gonna win, bro. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Now, a nigga that's worked with everybody from Memphis. Not just hip hop artists, all kind of rock artists you fuck with. I mean, all genres.
Blues, soul.
Who is an artist that you have yet to work with that you would have loved to work with, possibly, because they could be
shout out to the EDM DJs too, man.
Yeah, shout out to my hey yo, that whoop that your EDM version is the sickest shit ever.
Z Dougie.
I gotta say it again, it's the sickest shit ever. But yeah, alive or dead, who would that Memphis artist be that you would want to do something with, a record with?
Damn, that's a good.
It could be Elvis, nigga.
Oh shit! You don't do it like that.
It could be Elvis.
So you saying it ain't got to be a rapper?
I ain't gotta be a rapper. I'm saying like nigga, it could be, you know, you can get somebody on a hook, nigga.
Damn, you just broadened it down. You just made it even harder.
Yeah, cause you got that whole blues thing that you're blending with the new records that's out and shit. Have that whole vibe, that blues mixed with hip hop, mixed with the '90s version of the hip hop.
Yeah.
So it could be any of that fusion. But since you went in that direction, it could be BB King, it could be any of that. What was if you could
especially with the blues rap stuff I'm doing, BB King, no question, man. I think I probably could have happened, it probably could have happened. But something happened that
something in the universe
I wasn't even in control of that But anyway, yeah, BB King for sure. Man, so many, man. Come on, man. Man, that'd be dope to have Al Green on the song. You know what I'm saying?
Man, even today, I'm telling you, boy. Drop a hook for me, man. Drop a hook for me.
That should be dope as fuck. Man, even some of it's some of the
Who are your favorite new
artists
new
too.
niggas? Who is your top?
I ain't gonna say my favorites. It's just
I'm just saying who the ones you fuck with.
Some of the people I listen to, and you know what I'm saying. I be jamming.
The new artists from Memphis, who making you proud when you look at them?
Man, I ain't like right now, cause it's different at different points in time. But Finesse 2 Time, man, hey,
he looking good out there.
I like Finesse, man. I like his. You know what I'm saying? I like the way he put his stuff together. You know what I'm saying? I like his passion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he spitting his bars. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Glorilla, she in my opinion, she done took Memphis hip hop to a level that it ain't been yet.
Right.
Glorilla just out of everybody now, and everybody has some success.
They have some runs, yeah.
Glorilla done took it to levels. Who you know done did AMAs and who hasn't got it? I'm sure somebody else got nominated for a Grammy. I can't think of.
I think I saw someone on
Yeah, yeah, they be back and forth though. Like it's London or England or some shit. Well, that is London, England. Huh? Yeah, but yeah, she looks.
I'm just saying for like
she's taking hip hop to another level, much less Memphis hip hop to another level.
Right, but she in these she getting on these shows that a lot of, you know what I'm saying, big guys ain't even had a chance to get her. She getting on stuff like Drake. Drake now be doing that.
Yeah.
And I don't think, you know what I'm saying, biggest 3-6 was they made it to the Oscars, but they didn't hit all these circuits that she's hitting now. Yeah. Juicy did a little bit with Katy Perry.
Yeah, Juicy played around.
That was.
But I think, but once again, like that's a thing about being a trailblazer, right? You got to run over the hill and see how many Indians over there. You run back and they kicking your ass while you running back, telling everybody. Those things had to be broke down.
Yeah.
So for even 3-6 to even break that down for the next generation to come behind, and then for that's one of those things that you did too. And once again, y'all niggas, there was only a little bit of people like a Memphis rap artist now or any artist in Memphis get to look and say, man, it's a plethora of them niggas to sound like. Because it's cool to sound like the next nigga now. But there was nothing like that really for y'all to draw from. But we had our scene because there's the whole Stacks thing. Like Memphis was a fucking pot now.
No question.
It was shit going on here. You know what I'm saying? That influenced that music, you know what I'm saying? That influenced and changed hip hop. And it's like y'all niggas are like the Godfather. You most definitely one of those guys. I know you will forever say that you're not the only one, and I get it. It's never one. It's never one. But I'm just saying that like you took it to places that niggas could never think about taking it to. And now, you know, it's kids all over the world screaming out, "Whoop that trick!" And in China and
cool
in Japan and shit like that. And
they saying it for the reason I want them to, you know what I'm saying, for the reason that it
that you meant it to be.
That I meant it to be, but then they even took it to a different level to make it, you know what I'm saying, make it even more positive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
You know. I just want that to be the narrative.
Yeah, because you're doing other things with that brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, like if you're free to talk about any of it, like I know you said something about doing something with St. Jude or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
shit like things of that nature. Because like those are genius ideas.
Just letting it be known. Basically, at this point, Whip That Trick is. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like fight back song, but not fight back, you know, where you harming somebody. You fighting back against either to win a game with an opponent or, you know, to...
Fighting back counsel.
Yeah, it could be fighting back, you know, against whatever, you know, ailment or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be that, you know what I'm saying? It could be fighting back against just anything negative that's considered to be holding you back, you know what I'm saying? You look at it like, nah, man, I gotta whoop that trick. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it has been elevated to that level of meaning now, and I love it, and you know what I'm saying, that's another reason why I was glad to make that whoop that trick 2.0, because I made sure the focus was even more about. You know, we talking about winning.
The newer meaning of us. It has a whole newer meaning now.
We're talking about winning. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I done been to school
and the word trick lives on. The word trick lives on.
I changed the trick part and said, whoop that T-cap.
Whoop that T-cap, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, it just, at the end of the day, it's about overcoming... Or you know what I'm saying?
The underdog anthem.
Whatever,
I like it like that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Once again, man, a nigga that's done so much shit in the game, I'm talking about from platinum records to movie anthems to sports anthems to, having a brand as big as Whoop That Trick. It's a blessing. And, you were able to bless so many other people with your presence. You know what I'm saying? Those blessings align in the universe, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man. I'm glad to be a part of the alignment.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Because, everybody that needs to know, if you don't know, now you know. You know what I'm saying? And we could have this conversation for 50 million hours. Because we've had it like 3-4 times. Yeah. And it's like we figure out some new shit every time. You know what I'm saying? But, in closing out, to give you, the proper flowers from just me appreciating everything that you've done for a nigga, bro. And continue, and then we doing new things, and it's gonna have so many different levels and layers of just putting the culture forward. You know what I'm saying? You always stay in Memphis. You always represented that shit to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna keep it moving and keep working, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, the new Whoop That Trick 2.0 album is out, fresh now. Y'all go get that shit. You know
video shot back this man right here.
I do a little some shit.
All that good stuff, man.
Shout out Famous Animal too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out Famous Animal, man. Salute to that guy, man. Young generation, man, doing. You know what I'm saying? He keep
what would be your advice to Ja Morant? If you could sit there and drink a sip of wine with Ja, what would you tell him? If you talk about what we gonna do for the rest of this year for this shit, what would Al Kapone tell Ja Morant?
Man, I mean, ain't too much you gotta tell him, but I just probably be like this.
Just as an OG,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just probably. I ain't gonna lie, be honest with you.
Don't break your ankle, nigga.
I'll have to listen to him first to see where he at. You know what I'm saying? Once I know where he at, I know exactly what you know what I'm saying.
They looking good though.
I know exactly what to say.
They looking good thus
far.
Yeah,
man, they doing good, man. Looking good and shining, you know what I'm saying? Like making the city look good, making the city proud. That's why, we embrace them. You know what I'm saying? As our own. Yeah. We embrace them as our own. So hey, go Grizz.
Go Grizz. So somebody told me that you might run for mayor one day.
Oh, here we go. Do I got some water here?
Nah, let me get you some water. You didn't know shot of water.
Man,
here you go.
It's always fun.
You ain't the only one that said that, man. Plenty of folks that said that. Every time they say it, I be like, man, y'all can't be free.
Yeah, man. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Monsterpreneur. It's been always a pleasure talking to you, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? The legendary,
know what it is, my guy.
legendary Al Kapeezy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, man. All that music is out there available.
And that was KP. Peep your head in that, KP.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Who is your favorite football team?
I ain't gonna lie. Everything will always be homegrown with me.
You Titans nigga?
I got to ride with Titans, win or lose.
Yeah. So when you be saying that cowboy shit, do that shit be like,
Don't bother me.
It's that blue. It's got some blue in it.
The Titan blue.
It don't bother me. Hey, the Cowboys are legendary, so you know what I'm saying? I respect their legendary status. You know what I'm saying? It's a few teams that I just respect in general. But I still I normally just ride with the home team.
I fuck with them Grizzlies though. Like even if I wasn't from Memphis, bro, like a nigga always looked at them folks was like, man, I wish they would win some shit.
Yeah, you remember them times?
Yeah, like man, damn, you don't even talk about basketball because nigga gonna be like, yeah, man, my Bulls boning or my 76ers or my this and this like Houston or this. You just be like, man, quiet the motherfucker. and then my little Z-Bo, like Big Z-Bo, Big Z-Bo and them came through that hole and brought something that generation, that era came and brought aliveness to the game.
Conley and
Conley
grandfather, man, come on, man.
That was so dope. And then we fell back for a little second, and then came pop right back on them with a brand new set of legs, man. And you see they took Kyrie Nike deal. But Ja got one now.
Hey.
They had a dirty ass picture, bro. You might have seen the picture.
Mean?
It had a picture. It had Kyrie, and then nigga, he had his back turned, and he had his head down, and it had Ja jumping over the nigga.
Oh man, come on, man, these folks lit.
I said these folks crazy.
These folks stupid lit.
Man, I'm talking about that nigga over the nigga.
Man, you gotta see me there, man.
Bro, I want to see that. I saw it on my gram. I said, bro, I scrolled past it so fast because I felt so bad. But I was like, yeah, my nigga finna get his own shoe.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That is dope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Make Memphis proud, man. Got Memphis looking good and making Memphis proud at the same time. So
yeah.
And it's a beautiful time right now.
Yeah, and it's, you know, back to you doing this shit, you had the city looking, you had Sway and them down here, and them folks, that was MTV and shit, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, you had them folks down here, man, bro, all in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Learning about the shit from our perspective, from our generation, how we saw it. And you brought that shit, these folks is down here. Reese Witherspoon, I bet you she got some of that barbecue.
Yeah, because they did this movie. Well, the first thing, when Sway was down here, he actually was down here doing the, what would they call it? My something, and it was the Memphis version because they did it in different places. So
I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of.
Damn, because I got the video clip. I forgot what it is.
So that's why he was down here, and he interviewed a few of the Memphis rappers.
Yeah.
But that's how that went.
That's just crazy, man. Putting on for the town. Looking good doing it.
But you were saying something else, man. I ain't gonna lie. I completely fucking forgot what the hell I was.
I know. I didn't smoke, so
like if we were to rewind this, we'd be like, that was
it.
or something.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't lying.
Yeah. I don't know. I just was thinking about, like, for real. Like, I remember when a nigga was doing this shit,
I know what you were saying.
Them tape labels. I used to hate printing out tape labels.
You had brought a Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
About eating barbecue.
Okay.
I was about to say she was actually down here filming a movie down here. That's how come she knew about it. Right around, I think it was either right around the time Hustler Flow or just a little before Hustler Flow.
Yeah.
But that's how she knew about it. And it was a Memphis film too. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Damn.
Do you think I mean, I don't know. That ain't even no question. I just was thinking about the impact of what that shit when that movie came out.
Shout out Craig Brewer. What's up with my guy?
Yeah, shout out Craig Brewer.
Samuel L. Jackson. You met him, right?
Yeah. Samuel was cool.
Did he say motherfucker a lot?
He actually didn't.
In real life, I'm saying though, he might.
But he did cuss now. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of motherfuckers, but there was some motherfuckers there. You know,
this bitch is crazy.
He raw. But I know one of the.
That's always one.
Yeah, he raw and real. You know what I'm saying? A couple times I had a chance to like literally be in his presence where we actually communicated.
Yeah.
He raw and real, man. And cause I remember I was getting Craig a CD at the time, and he was like, man, give me one of them. I was like, man, I didn't think you probably
Right.
Man, how you know, man? He like, no, man, let me get one. How you know? We had our help. I'm like, hey, let me get you one then.
I got you. Don't discriminate. Don't discriminate. Don't discriminate.
Give me one of them just too.
Yeah.
Cause I want to go out. I'm getting into crazy. What mine at? I didn't know you wanted one.
Okay,
I didn't think you would want one, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have, honestly, I shouldn't have judged them.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what I felt at Then I don't want to feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Even
you know how it is when you, I don't want to be one of them dudes, one of them, a million folks come to me, if I give you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to give him something so he can help him out or something.
Right.
I ain't want to come off like that either, so that was another reason why I like, because that wasn't what it was about.
Right.
You asked me for one. I got one for
But
you.
yeah, now that you asked, hey, here you go.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
What'd you say?
I saw a picture you got. That's when I know it was you, Craig Brewer, and Samuel
Jackson.
And Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. Are you proud of your legacy that you built thus far?
Thus far, I actually am, man. It's because it's so many layers going all the way back then and through the years. And yeah, I'm proud of a lot of stuff that was done, a lot of stuff that I learned, and to be where I am now and still in innovative mode, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely.
It's like I'm still adding to it, you know what I'm talking about? So, no doubt, man. What I'm trying to say. You had to edit this all this.
Nah, cause look, you turned this motherfucker up, bro. I'm just saying though, like when them folks start doing that, like for one, it wasn't just me. Remember, you was like, you remember them times when we was quiet as fuck.
Yeah.
And in that quiet time, nigga.
Yeah, real shit.
That shit came on out.
Yeah.
And I'm saying though, that's my whole point of why I bring that up, because I'm just saying though, like they just so happen to gravitate and attach to that, and that's the energy. Now, that was your perspective and painting of that Memphis energy, but that is the Memphis energy, none the fucking less. It lived through it. They watched it and seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's just like,
I think that's why it's even more alive and well today, because we were never able to get that full just due. People that knew, but as far as the hip hop community as a whole, wasn't really recognized Memphis as a hip hop, I guess Mecca in a way, with its own thing.
Because it is now.
But now we finally getting it, and I think, and clearly, I'm gonna tell you why we getting it now, because of social media, because of the internet. You know what I'm saying? And the way you can make music now, you know what I'm saying, it's so much easier. It's easier to make music, and it's easier to release music for the world to hear. You hear me?
I think that part is by chance, though. Let me explain.
What do you mean by chance?
Let me explain.
Okay.
The music game was gonna go the way the music game was going, right? Social media and how we digest music now, right? But that don't take away, before social media, what that whole genre of music did. I'm saying the social media. The social media part. It just so happened. That's why.
Exactly.
That's why Memphis is finna not really ever let it go, because social media is not gonna let it go. This is the generation that everybody got mind fucked to social media, and they are influenced by the last 10 years of Memphis dominance. You know what I'm saying? The checking. Listen, bro. Everybody on there saying, man.
Yeah.
Everybody on there checking, saying, looking at nigga.
Going out dancing.
Everybody's doing the Memphis juking now. You have to Memphis juke.
It's worldwide. Memphis juking is worldwide.
So it's the one can't live without the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, if it wasn't for what y'all had did to build that foundation, then Detroit or St. Louis or another city would have been the other mecca of music, like it has become, like, I'm talking about, like, nigga, Atlanta had its thing, but nigga, Memphis on dumb fire right now. Memphis on dumb fire right now.
Real shit, real shit.
Memphis on dumb fire right now.
It definitely, social media and the internet gave it that outlet where you didn't have to wait to get signed, and only so many people could come out at a certain time. And you know what I'm saying? And I think all that kept a cap on how it kept a cap on Memphis being recognized, because it was only a couple of people that were shining, whereas Atlanta was a bunch of folks. But social media and the internet
let the floodgates open.
Now we got a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? At once. Now, if it was a time when we was able to get a bunch of people out at the same time, what happened then?
But listen, why did we not have the same opportunities as other cities like Atlanta to, like, everybody, you know, everybody fuck with everybody?
Well,
we don't even got to get into that. I just always wonder why you think that it's
deeper than that. It's deeper than people fucking with each other. There's a whole level of business infrastructure that Atlanta had that we don't have. I mean, that we didn't have, and we still don't have it on the level Atlanta got it. Well, as a business, it's getting there
as an infrastructure.
Yeah, as an infrastructure. When I say that, I'm talking about you got management, you got banks that actually will finance rappers, and you got entertainment lawyers, and you know what I'm saying? It's like a whole lot of business.
And it's a bunch of them in that city.
There's a bunch of them. It's that, you know, it ain't just the entertainment dominating what's going on. Now you got a whole business infrastructure to help that entertainment to flourish even more.
Right.
And you know, you need both.
We don't know what.
And another thing, as much as Memphis has talent in all the different genres, and we have had success with talent in those different genres at some point in time.
Yeah.
And a little bit now, it's not enough. Right now, it's just Memphis rap dominating.
Right.
You know, I think, you know, what I add more is if we had more R&B or soul artists shining, or more, you know, gospel artists, or whatever genre, you know what I'm saying?
Other than just that rap.
Exactly.
Other than just the rap. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, there are a lot of dope-ass R&B singers out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dope soul niggas out there. The Delta area down there is an area that's budding on that. They have a support system of their own, but it's kind of like how gospel was kind of like underground still at the time, and then it finally got to a certain plateau. I think that soul sound is bubbling, doing the same thing, because what it used to be, you know, I go to Mississippi and shit, you know, I'm down there, and them folks, the whole fucking community knows these records, but they're not major records. And these people is at the grocery store and shit. You know what I'm saying? They have a whole support system down there. So, but all of those different genres of music are out there.
But Memphis got to have more stars or more successful artists in other genres to showcase that. You know,
the diversity of what we got.
Because the diversity is here. It's 100% here. It lives here. It's just got to be seen on the same level as the popularity of the rap.
Yeah.
And that's really gonna make like folks be like, it's just gonna remind people, that's all.
It's gonna remind people.
Like, hey, whoa, we forgot.
This ain't nothing. What y'all forgot? Y'all tripping. Get the fuck out of here. You didn't forget, nigga. Come on, man.
And if you don't know, it's like, actually I did know, because I know those songs. Some people just probably wasn't educated enough to know. Hey, you know, you listen to Memphis shit right there.
There is a lot of stories like that, and it always be, and when I finally hear about the deepness of that story, it be a Memphis nigga involved somewhere.
Yup.
Somewhere, it's a Memphis nigga in any of these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Memphis niggas. You know what I'm saying? So what would I guess the last thing, I guess we've been kind of cut off in my head, but what would you say? What would you tell the next generation of young musicians? Probably just answered it, but what would you tell the next generation of musicians that come after the generation that's there now?
Damn. Well, I guess I go back to I would say the other genres got to figure out how to get the same level of shine as the rap. You know what I'm saying? So that I would, because like I said,
keep building those new scenes.
Yeah, but keep building those new scenes up because we got so much more to offer. And keep the Memphis rap busting them across the head too. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I would say this to the you said the new generation or the next generation?
Yeah, the next generation.
Okay, I would say understand the history of the music that you come from. I really would say that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of folks that have no clue about their own music history. They for whatever on some levels you just into whatever your era is. But if you're an artist, it actually would benefit you to understand your history. Not that you want to mimic your history. It's just knowing where you sit at in this timeline.
Right.
Like there's a timeline, and you can be like, "Damn, I'm a part of a dope ass timeline."
Over a dope ass lineage.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This lineage of Memphis rap go back to this, and man, and now I'm a part of that. You know what I'm saying? It lets you know where you are in the history. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess I mean it could be other reasons too, but no. Take time to learn your history. You know now whatever your genre is, learn your history.
Learn the history of it. Yeah. Out of all of the different films that you've had music placed in, what is your other than Whoop That Trick? What would be your favorite? Movies that had some Al Capone shit in it. Because he's got something to pick from, but I want to know his favorite one. See, that's what I'm saying? Them blacks don't come from nowhere, nigga. That shit don't lead to nothing, nigga. This shit leads to things like this, nigga. Your shit get put in movies and shit, nigga.
Man, I think that's a couple.
I might have to put a fucking multiple choice. That's the only thing that makes sense. I put multiple choice up on the screen.
Like, okay, let me go and pick out what they want to judge it. There's a couple of them, man. Stomp the Yard, I like that, you know what I'm saying? LC did the beat on that that I had on the Stomp the Yard movie.
Yeah.
Cadillac Records, what I did on that.
See, I ain't know about this one.
Huh?
All right, what you do on Cadillac Records?
Oh, damn.
See, this nigga bullshit. What you do on Cadillac? No, I didn't know. Hold on, tell me. Like,
I don't know if I need to talk about it.
Okay, it's still going on. Okay.
No. I mean, ain't nothing bad going on at all.
No, I'm just saying.
You
got if you say you got you a chick cover for that motherfucker, then we'll just understood.
Video game too 1 year, didn't it?
Yeah, I did.
NBA 2K or something like that.
What song was that? It was
What on 2K?
On the Xbox.
Rock This was it was called Rock This. It was on the one with Kanye West was on it.
Yeah.
But that was like in 20.
Won't give a damn. You said Kanye West on that.
It was in 2010. That time.
That shit live forever, nigga. The nigga said Kanye West was on the joint too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, I remember hooping and I had the Al Capone playing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I have one of them right now. But yeah, man.
And was that Rumble movie? Was that a Disney movie?
What?
That Rumble movie.
The Rumble. Yeah, Rumble. Was that a Disney movie?
Was that Pixar? I think it was maybe Pixar.
Probably made with Pixar, but
you ain't.
It was Paramount. Paramount.
Yeah, but either way, you didn't care. You just knew they was coming down the Pixar. Yeah. I remember I watched that movie on purpose the whole way through just before it got to that part. Because I saw it on your phone when you showed it to me. But nigga, I watched that joint. I was sitting there looking at that shit. I forgot.
I might go back and look at that joint again because I ain't looked at it since it first came out.
I was like, it matches perfectly with what's going on. And it's like, damn.
Yeah, that's
and then they put the shit, Whoop That Trick in P Valley.
Yeah.
When them bitches got to fighting, when them tricks got to fighting.
Hold on, see, there you go. You trying to confuse these folks. If we not clarify the trick is not a woman, then you finna confuse them right back all over again.
Big disclaimer: a trick is not a woman.
No, not at all.
Fuck you mean?
Damn, man. Get your facts straight, man. Y'all just can't make up narratives that ain't even true.
Man, ain't it crazy, bro? How man, did you see the shit with Grove Hero and Lil Migo, man?
See, there you go.
Okay, hold on.
There you go.
Good.